Hi everyone, for her foundation today I'm using Revlon Color Stay, and I'm just applying that with a damp beauty blender sponge all over her face. And then underneath her eyes I'm using Covergirl's Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and then I'm just going to blend that into the foundation with the damp beauty blender. Moving along to the eyes, I'm using this light kind of shimmery copper nude eyeshadow. It's from a huge Shanny kit, so I'm not sure if they have any more, but if they do I'll put the link below. And I'm just applying that with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush all over her eyelids. With a smaller fluffy brush I'm going to be taking Wedge from MAC, and I'm just going to concentrate that mostly on the inner part of the eye in the crease. To keep the shadow looking soft, I'm using the Deluxe Crease brush again just to make sure it's blended. Now on her lower lash line, I'm using Wedge again, and I'm just going to be blending that underneath her lower lashes. To brighten up the eyes, I'm using Vanilla from MAC, and I'm just taking that on an angled brush, and then I'm pressing that into her lower waterline, and then I'm adding kind of a downward angled highlight right on the inner corner of her eye. To fill in her eyebrows, I'm using an angled brush with Wedge again, and I'm just going to be softly defining them. After I've done filling in her eyebrows, I'm going to be setting them into place with Maybelline's Great Lash Clear Mascara, and this also adds more definition to the hairs of the eyebrows so they don't look so powdery. Before I move on to mascara, I like to curl her lashes to make sure that they're nice and perky. To top off the eyeshadow, I'm using a little bit of Vaseline, and this is going to give more of a glossier, shinier look. If you're using Vaseline on your eyelids, it's important to use a waterproof mascara because if you don't, it has a tendency to make it smudge. And I'm just applying 2 coats to her top lashes only. And then in the hollows of her cheekbones, I'm using a bronzer, and I'm also bringing that onto her temples and her forehead as well. To add some more color to the face, I'm using a peachy pink blush on the apples of her cheekbones, and then I'm blending it upwards. And then I'm going to be taking a highlighter and generously applying that to the high points of her cheekbones. To complete the look, I used 2 different lip products. This is Myth from MAC, which is a very nude kind of matte lipstick. And then over top of that, I added CoverGirl's NaturLuxe lip balm in Coral Craze. This is the finished look. I'll put all the product information down in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you for watching.